them join forces and let's do this. Let's create 1,000 or more of these Clinica Lindas around the world and help people with pain, reduce that suffering. We can do it together. We are better. Together we are amazing, and we can accomplish so many things. I can't tell you how touching it is to treat an indigenous person, one of the Canary, and see the relief, watch the swelling actually go down, watch them have a little bit of pain relief and feel better when they walk out that door than they did when they came in. And I hope you know, if you haven't been on the social media page, to check it out. There are new pictures. I believe they treated 45 people on Saturday. It is just getting so amazing. And I know between Dr. Lorena and Amanda and Kyla and anybody that travels there, they are serving so many people, and we're so grateful to have all of them. And I'm just so excited that I get to go do that for a whole month. Join me, come to TOSA and donate your time and help other people, because together we are better. So sorry, I get really excited with all this because I just can see and feel what an impact we are making in other people's lives. And yeah, it is. I agree, Rachel. Yes, woo, yes. It's so cool to be a part of something like this community, which is so amazing. So thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I want you all to know how much love and gratitude I have that you are here right now, and that you are joining this mission to help and to evolve and to help hold open that space for 100,000 other people to awaken, right? By being here, by doing your work. I love it. So exciting. So with that, let's bring our hand to our heart and let's just center in, releasing everything that's gone on today. I hope you had a wonderful Monday. And let's take in 3 Ave Sa breaths. Inhaling, thinking Ave, hailing, letting it out with a big sigh. Really allowing yourselves to relax and release any tension that you're holding in the body. Let's do that again. Inhale in through the nose, thinking Ave, letting it out with a big sigh. Hailing the divine. Let's do that one more time. Hands on heart. Inhaling in through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Good. So happy that you are here. So happy that we are here together in this community. I'm so grateful for Shri and Kara and all that they are sharing with us and teaching us. And it is just mind-blowing what is coming through. It is incredible. And I am deeply honored that I got to open tonight. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for the love. I'm sending you all so much love and light back. And now let's welcome our wisdom teacher, Sri Ranka, and Master Lady Kira, who I adore. Both of you, love you so much. Thank you.
Oh, namaste, beloved ones. And Donna, thank you for your love, your enthusiasm, and your alignment and your commitment. And let's keep going. We got this.
You know,
Yes, we do.
Sweetheart. And, you know, we're coming to you live this evening from the Water Therapy Center to represent all of the divine flow. And if ever an energy emanated divine flow, it's you in this moment. So thank you for being the emanation of the energy of light that you are. And for all of you that are here at Zoom, you may not know that behind the scenes, we were not broadcasting at YouTube until a few moments ago. So now we are grateful to say hello, YouTube. This is another reason to be part of the Zoom, because you missed too much of Donna. And of course, those of you that are part of the Zoom will be getting that video as well. And so Thank you for co-creating this moment of miracles. And whether you're with us at YouTube or Zoom, make sure you're putting your appreciation for Donna in there right now. We love you, Angel. I can hardly wait to see you in person.
No, I can't wait.
All right. We love you,
Thank you so
sweetheart.
much.
Love
Mwah.
you both. Thank
Namaste.
you.
Namaste. And each week it is such a blessing, Shri, that one of our community members is always here to say hello. And if you would be interested in being one of those community members, make sure you send an email to Sue over at support@selfascension.com and say, hey, Sue, I'd like to be one of those people that says hi to the community on a Monday night when we open up. Yeah.
Absolutely. And we just want to acknowledge that we're broadcasting to you tonight from our water therapy center, which brings us so much joy.
Kuan Yin.
We have, and the anthuriums and the orchids, and just on the other side of the camera is a beautiful, delicious pool.
We're getting in when we're done tonight.
Is part of what we share to support wholeness, wellness, and well-being to all of the visitors here.
I have to share that in all sincerity, I call the Water Therapy Center our Taj Mahal. And the reason I do that is because Shri built this Water Therapy Center when I was unable to get any form of physical therapy to learn how to walk again and to be able to start rehabilitating my body, because I basically had to do it all myself. And so it really is a water therapy pool, water therapy center. And so I just always want to honor my beloved husband for loving me enough, and for all of us enough to say, you can do anything. You just have to have the moment before you that brings love into focus.
Yes.
So that's that moment that's before us now, is that love is coming into full focus. And I was sharing with Shri before we go any further this evening. I would like to share that earlier today, I just want to invite all of you that are here right now, maybe to bring your hands to your heart. You just really take a moment, whether you're with us at YouTube, whether you're with us over here, and bring a hand to your heart. Mm-hmm. So earlier today, and again, this is I apologize for preempting, but I think it's important. I saw this video of a woman, a very white-looking woman, who had been profiled on a plane because of her biracial daughter. And what struck me the most was hearing her daughter crying in the video. And I shared with Shri that swimming in from the sea of divine neutrality, it did invite in me the memory of, I was that biracial child in the 60s. And that was even less known then. and that I remember my very white mother with red hair and blue eyes and very white skin saying to other people, yes, she's mine. And so I know the experience of intolerance and the experience of that. And it brings me to something very, very important for all of us to remember. And that is that in the energy of the essence of the true namaste, we celebrate all of our beautiful forms of beingness so that all may rise to be contributors at the table. The table is infinite and it has the capacity to keep expanding.
Yes.
Thereby, there's always room. No one is omitted. No one. And so in the energy of unification and in the energy of the divine moment before all of us right now, we are in a very unique moment. This specific moment, this experience of November right now is about flexing our wings and calling forward with all of that presence, the clear choice. Now, I want you to breathe this in, because this is something that's important to really pay attention to, as this is the culminating month of choice in a year of choice.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And right now, when we looked at all the concentric dimensionality, which is still playing on YouTube, last week's Ascension predictions, go look at it. When all of that energy is coming in this gate, and we're moving forward into next week's peak up-level lunar eclipse, preparing us for the Venus retrograde in December, right? A lot coming up. So as we are moving through this moment, flexing your wings means, can you trust yourself enough to say, partners in pain, no more.
Mm-hmm.
Partners in pain, no more. Can you rise? And this is what Clinica Linda has been really offering us as well. Can you break the cycle, right? Can you really break the cycle? Because 2022 is the mastery call to do just that. You're a lineage holder or you wouldn't be here right now. And so your divine mastery presence is the anchoring of the full self-ascended mastery presence into this form. And that is that true break from victim consciousness, right? It's the space where you assist others to relieve their pain rather than partner with them in it. And, you know, I find this, Shri, to be really powerful, that is the energy of this moment, yes, especially as we gaze at the way the lost books of the Essene are unfolding. So I hope you're staying for that, because wow.
You know, it's important to recognize that throughout the world of mass consciousness, there is indeed an invitation to stay less than, to stay victimized, even in the most subtle sense of believing there's nothing I can do, right, or that there must be a law or someone's going to fix this. As long as you are looking at the outer world with a sense of positionality to the outer world, you are practicing victim consciousness.
Right.
And that is the consciousness that binds so many tragic expressions in our world into manifestation, as opposed to moving into the mentor, teacher, healer aspect of lending a hand, of being available from the heart, not from judgment. That's one of the magical qualities right there.
Breathe that one in, right?
And this opportunity to anchor in your mastery is what is before us as the divine choice, the divine opportunity being offered to all of humanity. However, are we paying attention to this opportunity? Energetically, we are at the culmination of the ascension escalator. We are at the time where our mastery can be all that we can be, to imagine it and to dream it, to be it, to witness it. This is the moment, and it is now through all of 2022. You are worth investing in you.
Well, you know, but the key is it's a yes or no. It's part of that choice energy right now. It's basically the universe is saying, hey, yes or no, just get clear. Just get clear. And what is so important to remember is that right now, this moment, this week in November, we have already begun flexing our wings, meaning all of humanity, none are immune. It's the how, it's the way this energy expresses. And there is this incredible, like, oh my gosh, let me bow before the synergy, that tomorrow in this energy is when the mastery present soul charting, which is the science of ascended numerology. I'm just really grateful that it's coming in right now in this moment, because the mastery presence, the divine mastery presence journey has already begun. We are already in 2022. And what is it really? It's a journey of clarity. It's the journey that honestly answers the why are you really here? I mean, why you? And that's something that can strike fear, because some people don't really want to know, because what it really means is, are you ready to honestly, and I mean honestly, dive into that question? And are you ready to trust the answers? Because clarity, and I want you to bring your hands to your heart, because this is where the divine mastery presence calls you. And then I'm going to show you the Ascendant Numerology of this month right now, and it's just going to blow your mind, right? Clarity is a celebration. Think about it, right? When you're clear, you can celebrate no matter what the choice. I remember the moment that I knew I was going to file bankruptcy for the first time. I was happy because I was clear. I was happy because I felt like I was doing the responsible thing. I felt like I was getting ready to put this plan together and reorganize everything. And I finally felt like I could breathe again, because clarity is a celebration, not a separation. And I want you to remember that it's not separation. So if you own that, right? If you own that clarity is a celebration, then you need to walk that walk, which means each being's clarity, as we sit in the field of that beautiful moment, overlooking and being one with the sea of neutrality, each being's clarity is a celebration, not a separation. To hold that frequency, to hold that vision, is to hold the ascended state of consciousness, which is what divine mastery presence is here to invite you to say, hey, we need as many of you as possible to remember, activate, and take this seriously. Because knowing that clarity is celebration and not separation becomes the ultimate mirror. You're holding it up, and now it's radiant and illuminated. It's how you gaze into that mirror that is the journey.
You know, one of the things that at first may seem a little odd, and I'm going to say what this is right now. Clarity is the highest form of compassion.
Breathe that in, because that is so profound. That's a bumper sticker.
Clarity is compassion.
Yeah.
Because compassion is not the sympathy that would keep people stuck and content with the victimhood. Clarity offers vision. Vision offers an opportunity for your authenticity to be seen, to take action.
Yes.
And what would you want from another being other than pure honesty? Would that not be the society that you want? That you know that every being around you is acting from their highest, is expressing their authenticity, and they are clear. And I wish for that clarity to become known in all beings. It's in you. It's in every one of us. The question is, will you risk being clear as opposed to conforming?
So another real life example, I think it's Kira Raw disclosure night, my hair. And I am bringing it up because, guys, and part of it was really, again, today when I had the honor of watching that video, this is my hair, literally. And as you can see right now, all of this new hair is about this long now. This is what's left of the hair that came in. Plus there's this new layer under here, and it's pretty big and it's pretty curly and it's pretty wiry. And I have literally done nothing to it. And I'm putting it out there to all of you guys, because in this moment of authenticity, what I'm receiving is that it's time for me to stop making my hair conform to any one way of being, and to allow my being to allow all of me to express as I am. Mm-hmm. And so I'm at that moment of the yes or no choice. Do I cut my hair into layers? Do I deal with what's happening here? Do I try to straighten it? Do I do all those things that there would be many projections that would say I should do, or do I just let it be? And so this is let it be. This is literally, I got out of the shower.
Since we're on this personal moment, I want to add something.
I see some of you go through the same thing.
For several years, up until the beginning of this year or late last year, Kira was losing hair. It was getting thinner and thinner.
See how thin it is down here?
And when she began in earnest becoming that which she is, the Master Lady Kira Ra, when she finally said, I won't pretend to be other than I am, all of this hair started coming in.
And I was already designing headbands because I was sure that was
So,
part of it.
For about a year now,
Yeah.
this brand new hair has been coming in.
This is this part.
And we share this with you because I know many of you have had, quote, weird experiences as you have accepted your path of acceleration, your own path of self-ascension. Each of us, our bodies will respond differently. Our experience in life will respond differently.
Yeah.
And the ego, meaning the little historian in your brain that says, no, it should be different.
Right.
The ego needs to smile and say, okay, I'll just watch.
Right. Right. And this is the blessing right now, is that each of us, this is why the 2022 Mastery Presence is so important, because right now clarity is saying to all of us, celebrate, celebrate, and celebrate. Shri, would you put up for us the Ascendant Numerology? I want to show you guys this Ascendant Numerology for November and December, because remember, we're talking about this mirrored energy and about this authenticity. Well, if you look at this right now, just breathe as you're gazing, just breathe. And as you do, as you breathe, it's just something that's really important to notice on the right-hand side. It's all about the upper chakras. It is all about your ability to ride the wave of this third harmonic opening, this final gate. And as you would gaze at the right, and we're not even going to spend time like talking about or giving you words, because I want you to just feel it. This is about spreading your wings. What does that mean? It means that with all of the support and all of the mastery presence that is all around you right now, you have the opportunity to literally command the universe simply by saying yes to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's that easy, yet it can be that challenging. And we are at that moment. The divine mastery presence must be anchored. And this is why tomorrow we are opening up. I am going to do a full-blown reading to open it up, because the only way to ignite this energy is to receive it and feel it. And we are at this moment of ignition. We are at a moment where I want to remind you, I'm going to show you another share here, something you all have seen before, but this is the moment that's before the all right now. We are all spiraling, and the 2022 energy and the concentric dimensionality and the expansion. If you think this year was big with the concentric dimensionality, hold on, because 2022 is even more vast. So where do you want to be? Where do you want to be? Remember that both of these are here. And if you're ready to say, I will no longer help people stay in their pain, I will show them how to free themselves from it by living that way, then you're a divine master and it's your time, and join us.
And so it's very simple at one level, and that is the mass consciousness embraces those that become a victim, abuser, or rescuer. They love that polarity in the masses.
Well, dogma.
It's the dogma. It creates separation. It creates hurt and rescuers, etc. However, the empowered transformation, which evolves naturally as you lift your vibration, as your consciousness lifts, the victim will transform into a teacher. The abuser understands and becomes a mentor, and the rescuer can become a powerful healer.
And the Trinity exists within you. You are all is one. So each of these energies supports the other.
Yes.
Imagine right now the experience of consciousness lifting and transforming and assisting all to stand in their mentor, teacher, healer presence, to fully embody collaboration as the way of being, as the process of saying yes to the new world. That's what Shri and I are actively working with right now. And we want to share, I know that you were invited as well to put your miracles into the Q&A. If you're over here in the Zoom, please do. that we are in a moment of miracle creation, and we would like to ask all of this community to hold your week before you now in the clarity as celebration of the choices that you are making and owning and being with that gift right now, and really breathe that in.
It's an exciting time.
Yes.
The moment
really
you
is.
stop
really
thinking
is.
that this is an ordinary time,
Uh-huh.
the moment we start to be present to what is, you have the opportunity to delight in the up level, to thrill at the presence of what is revealed to you,
Right.
and to honor and respect the flow of love and support that is all around. Abundance is here. Abundance is your birthright, and we are together co-creating that which is untelevised, the abundant, loving earth, the community of souls that are in support of each other, that the television, the mass consciousness will get around to broadcasting.
Well, I'm not
later.
saying it's time now. Why put it off?
It's time now.
Why
It's right
put it
here on
off?
YouTube.
It's right here, right now, right? And speaking of right here, right now, we do want to share with you, everyone, please, please, please make a note. Let me do a quick screen share here for you. Let's go. Here we are. Make a note. Put this down in your calendar. We are beyond excited. Okay, here it is. Screen share. Oh my God. This Sunday, right? You used to join us every Sunday service. Well, our Sunday service this Sunday is going to be at 1:00 p.m. Eastern. And we are so excited to be sharing a soul nourishment experience, a seat at the table right here at Tosa Blue Mountain. We will even have people who will be eating the food that Shri and I will be preparing. And we will also be sharing a lot of beautiful information at the same time, how you can learn how to quickly and easily nourish your soul.
To be able to get beyond cooking and move into the fun of creating using wholesome, nutritious ingredients is a way of nourishing this sacred vessel, which is your temple, and do it from a place of fun, of satisfaction, and joy. And this is what we want to share with you. And it's going to be live on Sunday, 1:00
and we want
at YouTube.
At YouTube. And we want to acknowledge that this broadcast will actually be originating from healingourearth.com over in London. And we are so grateful. And of course, simulcasting around the world and all over Asia. So join us either right here. If you're at YouTube right now, be here Sunday, this Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And get in the chat and let us know what you think of this incredible program. And our dear friend Sharon Rose will be there with us. We're excited.
Yes.
We really are. So make a note, be there with us this Sunday, 1 p.m. and get ready to get hungry and eat some great food.
We will be sharing some recipes.
We're excited. And Dr. Lorena from Clinica Linda will be one of our beautiful guests / guinea pigs, our recipients of the meal that we're going to be cooking. We've already started preparing. We've got some things sprouting and some other things prepping, and Shri and I are excited to step into this moment with all of you. So hey, make a note, be there and join us live. So 2 things on your calendar, we pray, as we dive into the lost books of the Essene this evening. Number 1, that you are with us for this incredible beginning of what is now the new extraordinary moment before us. The 2022 experience is here now. And breathing that in and allowing your wings to spread, may you step up and claim your mastery presence and be there with us tomorrow night. And if you're not sure you're ready for the entire year, at least be with us tomorrow night, because it is the beginning. It is the bedrock. It is the foundation. And if you decide later you want to do the entire year, you're going to wind up getting all the videos. So why not be there live? Because I will be with Shri taking your questions in real time. The sacred sequence of incarnation has called us all here together in this moment.
Yes.
So that this sacred information can be revealed to you, so that we can each revert back to that which we are, to sustain the sea of the open field of neutrality in a current potentiality that is still seeking balance. Join the gift of your own divine nature as one with you. When you honestly can answer the question, Why am I here on this planet right now, holding in your heart the knowing that it is time to let go of victim consciousness forever, to break the chains that bind you, no matter what they are or where they came from, and to say yes to the most extraordinarily abundant, master-filled you that you are and the reason you came here. It all begins with soul coding. It all begins with the Ascendant numerological sequences that are the ancient science of Ascendant Numerology, as called forward in the potentiality of this world now. And my heart bows before you and says, it is our time to be heard, to be seen, and to expand. And so are you ready to say yes, not only to yourself, but to the greater expansion of our planet? The diamond ray is opening at New Year. The divine mastery presence that has rised and it is rising in this cosmic Isis experience has already begun. This is 2022. It is so vast and so uncharted that this is why Shri and I are personally mentoring you. We are going to be with you twice a month in addition to everything else as part of this journey, so that we are together at this table co-creating. Breathe in and know the truth of who you are, because that's why you're here right now.
Yes.
Together we are better when we each come forward as contributors in the confidence and knowing of why we are here now at this moment and convergence.
It is as we are. Let us trust that which we are and be with those that can see us as we are. This is how we co-create that which is wholesome and that which it will take good care of the world for our children.
And so as we breathe in today, before we move into the lost books of the Essene, we want to again ask your opinion, your experience. Earlier today, we were very, very blessed to have a conversation with a beloved being that we love very much. And the inspiration came forward that for the equinox of March this year, it was to be here at Tosa Blue Mountain. What was opened must be anchored. And that this was the moment to invite the Mayan elder, Cesar, son of Ombudsman, to come here to celebrate with Alexander of the Cañari and other of those elders that we would call together. And so if your heart, as we share that, can see that vision, it was Sri Ramka who then sees that the jump would be to June in the heart of the Mayan world itself at the Yucatan. So come with us now to March and notice these bridges and how they are being formed and the crystalline light around them. And shoot us an email, put it in the chat if your heart is feeling this as well. Because the moment before us is huge. And the call for divine mastery presence is massive. This is that moment. And so breathe that in, because we are preparing to reach out to the Cañari and to make that happen. And we appreciate your response in that as well.
The Earth Keepers, the indigenous peoples of this planet, have carried deep in their DNA and their souls the wisdom that is so needed at this time to restore balance on this planet. And to bring the lineage holders of the various tribes together is a magnification. It is truly that moment that so many have talked about for so many years, of the eagle and the condor flying together, and that we can invite and sustain and support this to happen. And with your assistance and your love, it becomes a certainty.
And we are so blessed to have been granted the permission of Cesar personally to expand upon the sacred ceremony that happened when we were in Mexico with him. And we have not shared much about that, nor am I ready to have a lot shared. However, what should we share?
Well, this ceremony was conducted at the Itza Maya sacred land called Lo Bay in the Yucatan. And this is powerful land where the leader, the record keeper, the day keeper of the Itza Maya Umbats, generated so many ceremonies and so much information during his time on this planet. And he has transitioned. His son Cesar is now the lineage holder of the tradition. And Cesar worked beside his father from age 5 to 55, where he is now. And so he is carrying this. And we went and did ceremony with him, and it was a very unique ceremony. Kirara was in deep ensoulment the entire ceremony. This wasn't a momentary message. This was a profound revelatory moment. And this is why she is saying, I'm not ready to fully talk about this, because the depth of cosmic connection that was supported at this ceremony is beyond conversation, at least at this time.
What was shared and what has been granted is that I asked Cesar directly for his permission, wisdom, and understanding. And together, we both are aware that there's a part of his father that now exists in him, and the other part that is existing in me. And I am still adjusting to that call and how that call will manifest. And so I appreciate you during this time of inward journey, knowing and trusting that when this moment arises, which I sense will most likely be imminent in whatever cycle it's meant to be, but knowing that that presence is here.
Yeah.
And that with it has come in this stunning blue jaguar in many forms. And it's very crystalline blue and effervescent and kind of sitting right here with it.
Yes. So, beloved ones, thank you for being present to these sharings. Thank you for being present to each other.
We love you so much.
We trust that you're loving each other in the chat, that you are keep breathing and being open to the energies that are being shared, because this is the truth of now.
Indeed. And we love you so much. And we want to go ahead and begin with the Lost Books of the Essene, because the energy of this lesson this evening is so hugely timed. So we're going to go ahead and put up that PDF and begin. And remember that for those of you that are over here with us at Zoom, you already have this PDF. If you have it pulled up and or you have it printed and you're making notes on it. And of course, you will receive the video as well, the link to this video. All right, so here we are. Take in a breath, because everything that we've just talked about, everything that's coming forward now, this is very much the word I want to use for this ensoulment is it's an integrative anchor. It's saying, make sure you've really got what's come before, get ready for what's coming. So it's kind of like a get ready. We're getting ready to go into the next phase.
Yes.
But there's a big piece of this that we're inviting you to say yes to, meaning that you're relaxing the left brain around.
Relaxing the left brain is a wonderful thing to do.
Yes, it is in every way. So let's dive into message 4. Now, the one thing about this message that I do want to point out is that in Albuquerque, it's not Tosa Blue Mountain. We had just come home from India. Remember, the last message was delivered in India at the Taj Mahal. We had just come back, and this was the ensoulment, which I find really powerful, Shri, and hadn't connected till this very moment. This is the ensoulment where we first unveiled to the world the giant Nitaraj that we brought back with us from India, that is now at the top of our fountain of creation, right here in the Water Therapy Center. Like literally, I'm staring at it right there, right now. Talk about flow.
So
right?
Yeah, we were with a group of spiritual travelers in India. We brought through the previous lesson of the Lost Books at the Taj Mahal, continued our tour, and of course brought home some sacred art and objects.
We're so blessed.
And this wonderful Nitaraj, this dancing Shiva, has been with us ever since. traveling to Guatemala, to Uruguay, to
Now in
Ecuador.
Ecuador, it's like this traveling, beautiful flow.
And so we want to bring and honor the energy of that creator and share with us all the dance of creation that is the Nitaraj.
Exactly. The flow. Remember, November is the flows right now. So let us continue. Bringing our hands to our heart. The other thing about the date, it's interesting. There's two things about the date here. If you look down at the footnote, I was called to unlock this in the energy of an ensoulment that happened during our Mastery Mentorship Miracle ceremony this past Saturday, on Saturday. So that's something. November 6th was when that happened, because the first Saturday of every month, we meet live with the Mastery Mentorship team. And that was another powerful, that this ensoulment was unlocked in a very profound state of connectivity with the SGIS. So I wanted to point that out as well.
All right, let us begin with message 4. The Essene brethren, in unification with the benevolent ones and the T12, share through Master Lady Kira Ra. Yes, it is with great and reverent honor and joy that we say hello to you today. Indeed, hello, hello. Beloved ones of the great planet that is now in a divine moment of memory. It is time, indeed, for your own heart to recognize the cellular memory that is ready to arise in all ways from within you.
Take a breath and breathe. And the first thing I want to do is bring you down to this footnote. So let's first read again what brought us to this footnote. That is now the great planet here that is now in a divine moment of memory. What are they saying? Well, what this is this is a direct call. They're saying, hey, it's right now. It's a direct call to the master within that knows, that place beyond doubt, the master within that knows through ignited conscious awareness. Ignited conscious awareness that we are now collectively and with each breath expanding conscious co-creation through the memory of having done this before. This is the expansion of concentric dimensionality itself. So I want you to really breathe that in, because we're being called very quickly into this moment. And I've been very aware lately that many are being called up early, and not all can handle it. Some need to retreat, and some need to retreat very quickly, even though everything inside their own brain says they're ready. And this is why it's important to really anchor from your own heart the cellular memory. And what's important to know about that cellular memory is that it's always ready to arise, and it's always there. So you can be called up, quote, early and ride through that. You know, I remember when Sri and I remember the day, I remember the moment, I remember the breath when we left Tosa Ranch. And I remember feeling I was having my heart ripped out of me. As eager as I was to get to Guatemala and live there, I felt like we were leaving too early. I just was conflicted, but I remember that. I remember that moment. And the moments before us all right now are inviting us each to say yes to that forward momentum. And I want to go back to the share screen. There we are. And just really read that again. The cellular memory of your own heart. That's what, even though you may feel it's not time, if you allow the heart to guide, follow it, and it will bring you home to what's always been waiting for you to ignite.
So let us continue. It is a great gift when this memory is released with the joyous recognition that every moment is in divine order. Every moment is in divine order. We come forward to share a great gathering of light with you.
Yes.
Indeed, Today is a great gathering of light. This day, this moment is a great gathering of light. You ask right here.
Right here?
We say yes, and beyond here.
I love it.
Beloved ones, the galactic calendar, to call it such, in the cosmic linear recognition of all that has ever been, and this can seem like an oxymoron.
So before we turn the page, let's make sure we look at why that looks like an oxymoron. Go ahead and look at that final footnote right there. This languaging in the cosmic linear recognition, just first look at that. That's the first time we've seen that series of words put together. In the cosmic linear recognition of all, capital, that has ever been. What that language is reflecting is the limits of the perceptions of the mind of density. How far can you let go? How far do your limits take you? What is your perception through the limitation of density? So this language is saying, look, pay attention to this, right? This language is inviting you to reflect the limits of the perception of the mind of density. Hence those words, those three words strung together, cosmic linear recognition.
Mm-hmm.
So just really breathe that in. And then Sri, I'm gonna have you start over again. That
Yeah.
way you can keep going when you turn the page. There we
Okay.
are.
The galactic calendar, just call it such, in the cosmic linear recognition of all that has ever been, and this can seem like an oxymoron,
Mhm.
it has a precious moment that arrives once within a cycle, just once. And your world experience, the arrival of that precious moment is this day, right now, right now.
Now, I have to just say again, wow, right? Are we all just not going, oh my gosh, like let's write into this as we timestamp. This is the arrival of that moment. We are at 2022 right now. We are already in this arrival. This energy is happening right now. And the synergy of the unlocking of this ensoulment right now today is really something to just stop and take a moment and breathe around and honor, because it's a huge wow moment. So we're going to go ahead and continue as we're each breathing in that wow and really allow yourself the gift of receiving this day right now, receive that whenever this moment right now, receive that.
To arrive here is a powerful moment.
We made it.
Yes.
Right?
To remember, you have always been.
Yes.
This is the moment that ignites the great cycle of divine illumination, mastery, presence, understanding, and conscious awakening.
That is a lot. And so how exciting. Clarity is a celebration, not a separation. So the powerful moment to arrive at is the moment that you remember you have always been. The moment that really clicks in the eternal nature of that which you are, that divine mastery presence, the moment that clicks in, and that's the eternal energy of propulsion. That's the moment that it all gets easier. The law of instantaneous manifestation, the absolute embodiment of your self-ascended presence, that understanding that relaxes the ego into the divine upliftment and anchorship of conscious awakening. Pretty amazing.
Yes. In this world, as you have experienced thousands of times,
Breathe that in.
there is the great cycle of growth. Within this cycle of growth is a tree, as we refer to it, that has very deep roots. This tree has continually grown branches that many have sought to cut, use, take, and utilize in ways outside of the energy that sustains a strong foundation. One that constantly nourishes and inspires the momentum of sustainable growth.
Now, a couple things here. The momentum of sustainable growth. This is so profound. You know, our vision, the calling together of this beautiful example here at Tosa Blue Mountain, of course, includes the sustainable growth. And the fact that they're talking about this so clearly is so powerful, that in this moment right now, where are we moving? Where are you moving forward? And as we go back, I want to read it word for word right here. It's everywhere here on Tosa Blue Mountain on our trails. We have these beautiful trees and there's roots, rices through all of that. And where they talk here about how the root, that strong foundation, the roots sustain the strong foundation that constantly nourishes and inspires that momentum. My heart goes directly to Shri, the trails that are here at Tosa Blue Mountain, that there is not a trail here that you do not have a moment to really appreciate and watch a root.
Yes.
And notice how it really is each one sustaining the other, and how important it is to honor that.
Yes. So let's continue. When you cut a limb, it dies. In that death, it does indeed find its new way. It may transform into shelter or back into dust through burning. It will always find a use. Apart from the energy that nourished and birthed it, while having sufficient energy within itself to sustain until it completes its cycle.
Now, this is profound and important, the last sentence there, and it's apart. So apart from the energy that nourished and sustained it means this limb is now on its own. But even though it's apart from that which nourished and sustained it, itself has acquired and called in enough of its own energy to keep itself sustaining until it completes its cycle. This is code for rebirth. This is code for how to stay in the state of constant rejuvenation, reverse aging, moving through into many different forms of potentialities. This is deeply, deeply calling. And so you're going to want to spend time with that sentence. Apart from the energy that nourished and birthed it, while having sufficient energy within itself to sustain until it completes its cycle. That moment of complete self-awareness that transcends the brain and ignites the divine master. Really breathe that in and work with that sentence. All right.
Beloved ones, many limbs have been cut from what you call a tree of life. This is not a symbolic tree.
No.
It is a tree that has birthed all experience in your world now.
I want you to read that sentence again. Really take that in, what she's sharing here.
It is not a symbolic tree. It is a tree that has birthed all experience in your world now. Many draw this tree. Many offer symbolic understandings of the tree. Many say many things about the tree. We offer the revealed wisdom of the origins of the tree.
So they're utilizing this tree of life symbology, and they're saying, relax. Let us expand, relax, receive.
In this book for your world, to understand nourishment and the gift of divine origin is a precious moment indeed.
So breathe that in. They're saying celebrate. To be here right now is a really important, beautiful, precious moment. So say yes, celebrate.
As you understand the gift of divine origin, you are continually nourished, even through the perception of being cut from the tree.
Now, this is, you see it. I know you see it, right? As you understand, remember, every time we see that word understand in any form, that's code for what? Code for letting go of the left brain, for standing outside. We are in this month of the November, December. Remember when we looked at that Ascendant Numerology, it's all about the upper chakras, staying in our divine mastery presence. So you, as you understand, meaning as the ego relaxes, and it says yes to the gift of divine origin, you, the divine master, are of course continually nourished because you're back in the stream of divine inspiration. You're constantly being filled. You're constantly being inspired. So there might be this perception of separation of being cut from the tree, but that's just an illusion, and you know it. Because it says it right here, you cannot be cut. It becomes the smile. It's the return to all that is. And so like a leaf, right? Like a leaf in fall, you declare,
It is my time.
ooh,
I am ready to release this form of recognition and discover where my energy lands.
just breathe that in. Would you say that again, Sri? That was beautiful.
You cannot be cut. Like a leaf in fall, you declare, it is my time. I am ready to release this form of recognition and discover where my energy lands.
Wow.
What does this mean to you? What does this mean to your world right now?
This week, spend time with that.
In the multitudes of expression of your own journey on this world, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, you have been that limb. You arrive filled with all knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and the coherent energy structures to sustain thyself. And a baby must be nourished in many ways. In your world, now, as many trees symbolically disappear, ask yourself, as the trees disappear, where will oxygen come from? If I am unable to breathe air, how do I live here?
So this is also obviously very revealing of the timing that they're talking very clearly about. First we talked about the sustainability on the page before here, and now they're very directly talking about the trees. And again, I'm very just bowing before that recognition that this is part of the project. This is part of the Tosa Blue Mountain project. And this is important that we are all paying attention to and really going deep with these questions while remaining in the sea of neutrality. These questions are inviting you into the deeper resolution.
The physical world gives us many opportunities to learn.
Yes.
Everything from the symbolic and the metaphorical to the direct knowledge. And so, as the trees are disappearing, where will oxygen come from? How do I live? We offer this in the divine recognition that you are inspired to awaken to your divine origin.
Woohoo!
This manifests as you offer your heart the true nourishment of the soul.
There it is.
Through the mastery connection that is not born of the mind.
It's that moment where we lay down our ego and we say yes to that which we are.
The mind is a great and powerful gift, yes?
Yes.
And the mind can very quickly become your dictator, your God. For many, mind is God. And when mind is God, remember that when you pray to God, you are then praying to your mind.
Now, really, really take that in. When you're praying to God, you're praying to your mind. And I'm enjoying how they bring this up as this is an important discernment to understand. So just relax deeply into this one right now. Really, really go into a space beyond any reactivity or emotional response to this, and just invite yourself to really receive what they're sharing. So, okay, when you pray to God, you're praying to your mind. That's an important discernment to understand.
What is the mind?
Good question.
A gift that calls forward your divine thought as inspiration for your reconnection with cosmic origin. No more, no less.
A bridge. This is what they're saying. They're saying, look, this gray matter, this physical content that is within your skull right now, what is that? That's a gift. And what that gift does is it gives you the ability, while you are carrying this body of form, to be able to call forward your divine, your mastery divine presence as that inspiration, that ability to be able to command, call forward, and reconnect with the greater energy of that which you are. How you get there is the journey. Whether you get there or not is the journey. But that's what the mind is, and it's not just for you, it's for the all.
Without mind, this form would walk aimless. With mind, you create thought. And with each thought, you birth feeling.
Yes.
Every thought births a feeling. You can easily and effortlessly transcend the ocean of the planetary thought body as you recognize every thought is born of the mind and every feeling is born of every thought. As you recognize this, your divine mastery presence arises.
So let's dissect that again. As you, the mastery you recognize, meaning that the understanding of the left brain and the ego has relaxed and invited that divine mastery presence to rise. And as you say yes, as you know this, as you let go ever more of all fear and doubt, and then you really see it, and the smile emerges and you see, of course, every thought is born of this mind and every feeling is born of every thought. Then the smile comes and you are able to anchor into your divine mastery presence, because mastery of the mind is the mastery of your own divine recognition of your cosmic origin beyond all doubt. Underline, exclamation point, highlighter, pen, beyond all doubt.
Now you may say, your conversation makes me engage your mind. This is not our intent. And the mind must have its due,
Yes.
as it says, tell me, I want to know. Is there a formula? Is there a test? Well, indeed there is. It is your thoughts and your feelings. Mind, thought, feeling. They are not one and the same.
Mind, thought, feeling. So the invitation here is we're being invited and saying, look, you have the ability to command this. You are not a victim. Remember, we're breaking free. We're moving out of that. That mastery divine presence is here.
Beloved ones, begin practicing mastery of the mind when you first wake in the morning. Breathe in the air prior to rising from bed. Breathing in the air, pay attention to the mind. Is it chattering?
So pay attention to the mind. Is it chattering? So this is a practice. We're not going to have to read the whole thing. We want to share it with you though. So here's the practice, and we really encourage you to take this one in. We've been using this one for many, many years now, and it really is quite empowering. So it's a consciousness experience, because what you're doing is before you go to bed at night, you're basically setting the intention that when you arise in the morning, the moment you are first aware that you are honestly awake, you notice, you literally begin to consciously call forward the awareness that is gazing at whether or not your mind is already trying to engage you. Here's your to-do list for today. Here's what's going on. Did you do this? Did you do that? Or I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to do that. And what they're saying is, look, if you have a choice in that moment, you have a distinct choice. Either you can run down that rabbit hole and let that rule you, which means the mind is in charge, or you, in the witnessing of that, have already activated that divine mastery presence, and then follow it. What is it really leading to? Follow the thought behind the thought. Start inquiring within that own thought and be aware of what you're doing, because what it's actually gifting you with is exactly what it's supposed to be, its purpose, which is to serve as the gateway for you to be able to call in your multidimensional conscious awareness. So this is a consciousness training exercise. And Sri, would you like to share anything else about it?
Yeah, I want to remind you of the powerful discernment that was shared here. And that is that every thought begats a feeling.
Right.
So when we're feeling something less than joy, when we're feeling preoccupied or funky or whatever you want to call it, if you can bring your awareness inward, you bring your consciousness and discover the thought that is the seed thought upon which the feeling was propagated, you then can bring the light of consciousness to the dogma, the reactive, the untested beliefs that are no longer serving you.
And I want to share that you may be hearing, we are having a beautiful rainstorm.
Yeah.
The flow is just beautiful. And so let's go back to the PDF. So again, you can read again in the PDF, but that is exactly how. And so let's go to Transcending the Planetary Thought Body.
Beloved ones, brethren of Essenah, divine mastery anchors when you transcend all personal participation into the planetary thought body.
Now that is a mastery practice. That is part of the divine mastery presence, is to consciously no longer be sloughing and offering energy into that planetary thought body.
You navigate the planetary thought body constantly. You are here.
Right?
Imagine this as water around you. Every thought of every being is here. And this has birthed the co-creative energy so abundant on your planet right now. To offer that energy one word, you already know this as fear.
So this is important to remember, that every thought of every being has birthed fear, and that this energy has been building, right? This didn't just happen. And remember that fear has actually become so predominant now that it's an ascension symptom in and of itself. So think about how much fear has expanded, all of the roles fear is now taking on.
There is an illusion of hope within this planetary thought body. However, the transcendent energy that is most prevalent is the fear that birthed the momentum for the need for hope.
Now, stop and really read that again slowly, because this is important to really breathe in. Just really breathe this in.
There is an illusion of hope within this planetary thought body.
This planetary thought body.
However, the transcendent energy that is most prevalent is the fear that birthed the momentum for the need for hope.
The momentum for the need upon this planetary thought body is a specific reference to the potentiality that we are sitting in right now. And so this is a blessing to be sitting in the conscious awareness of.
As you understand that this energy seeks to encapsulate you, then you become enslaved by the mind.
So breathe that one in. As you understand is code for left brain is relaxing. So as you understand that this energy is actually seeking to encapsulate you, you then become enslaved by the mind. So this is important to pay attention to the deeper experience of. So let us continue.
Beloved ones, in the planetary thought body of this world, how do you navigate?
How do you navigate in this world?
Pay attention to your feelings associated with the thoughts that birthed from the mind.
They're already showing you a witnesser experience.
As you originate thought from a heart anchored in the recognition of cosmic origin as divine service in form, you instantaneously, like a beautiful bird, fly through the planetary thought body, returning into the magnitude of cosmic connection.
Ooh.
You open a portal that affirms, I am not affected by this.
It's the freedom that breaks the chains that bind you. This is a profound synergy with this moment in this exact experience that we are co-creating right now. Breathe about it. Are the thoughts that you are feeling your thoughts? Is your mind influenced by others? Is your heart available only sometimes.
Now, I want to anchor back the sharing here. As you originate a thought from your heart, you penetrate through the planetary thought body, which is recirculated fear. If we keep breathing in the recirculated fear that has surrounded the entire planet,
Right?
it stimulates a cascade of thoughts that seek to find the source, the conspiracy, the whatever.
It becomes an adrenaline
And
fix.
then you are bowing to the God of the mind. If we allow the heart to be the generator of pure thought, we lift beyond the planetary sloughing of separation and fear, etc. We lift into the divine origin and take on the mastery presence of being the essential that is in form, the essence of who you are,
Breathe
that
that
is
in.
having an incarnation.
Phenomenal. Let's go back because we're almost there, and this is just such a powerful
We got a lot of
ride.
rain coming in. I
Oh
hope
my
you can hear it.
goodness. All right. So remember that everything is wondrous, right? Everything, that even fear ignited momentum. And they're saying that arise each morning. And with that recognition of the mind, thought, feeling, where does it go? Use the practice, because that planetary thought body that's encapsulating our world is, they're saying, look, it's just as thin as your atmosphere. And that we're living in a very fragile world, and it's getting even more fragile. And so they're saying that what is energizing the planetary thought body, remember, are the random collective thoughts dispelled without conscious attention. The secret to the balance is the conscious attention, the awareness that ignites when you say yes to you, when you bring everything in. And I want to go right there, straight to that purple writing.
To be a witness of your thought is to ignite the energy of your cosmic origin. To live that gift first always navigates the planetary thought body.
Exactly. And they're really reminding us that we are all birthing, and that for those of us that are birthing, it's time to become aware of our role.
There are those who are pregnant. There are those who are midwives. There are those who are terrified of the new child, and those who welcome it with open arms. 4 roles. You are one of those roles. Which role is yours? And all 4 roles exist.
So this is the reminder of the perfect balance, that in the birth, in the moment of the birthing of that which is co-creating right now, you are the all. You are all the roles. You are the midwife. You are the one who's terrified. You are the one who is pregnant. You are the one welcoming it with open arms, because you are able to stand in the center and see the mirror without repelling from it.
So consciousness is birthing. Which role is yours?
Exactly.
It is important to recognize that in the moment of birth, fear is present. Can I deliver this baby? Can I support this child? What will happen to my past way of being? Will my life be different from now on? Can I raise and nurture? These are all mind thoughts that create feelings of energy. As you understand the 4 roles from your heart center, you understand with greater clarity the expression of cosmic origin seeking stability here now.
Now breathe that in, really breathe that in, because this is that invitation. Clarity. Clarity is what? A celebration. The birth is the birth of your ascended mastery presence into this form. The birth is the birth of you. Humanity is birthing. This ensoulment is massive. The lost books of the Essene, each book building upon itself. This one is saying right now, humanity itself is rebirthing right now. Right now. And in that birth, in the acceptance of that divine mastery presence or not, who are you? And again, I bow before the timing because here is this ensoulment saying, who are you? And right now in this world of vast potentiality, time stamped in, we are in the moment of stepping into the divine mastery presence of 2022, diving into and igniting open the sacred sequence of incarnation for all to be able to receive and benefit from. This is a moment that is humbling and one that is saying thank you to the all that are stepping up to say yes to that which we are. So let us continue with humble hearts. And really, we're almost there, but you see how powerful this ensoulment is. And so celebrate, beloved one.
The reemergence of your nourishment and reconnection to the tree is a joy-filled moment. You are not separate. You are whole. You are here now. Your world loves you. Your experience of this world is preparing you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Are you listening?
Your experience of this world is preparing you. You, the divine master.
In this time, choose your words from the space of cosmic origin. Choose your alliances among those who you do not need to explain yourself. Gift yourself the freedom to be. As you do, you free others around you.
And, you know, this takes me right back to the Lost Books of the Essene, book 1, right? Where it's basically about the drowsy, the asleep, and the awake. And
Yes.
I'm just remembering, be with the awake, you know, be with those where you do not need to explain yourself.
Avoid pontificating. This is not a time to dogmacate. We like that new word.
Oh, we do too.
It is the time to be.
There it
Just
is.
be. And in the being, remember there is great doing. Being does not sit on the couch and say, gimme.
This is important to remember. Sri, let's go ahead and read this last one.
Being is the expression of the divine in every action.
In every action.
With conscious responsibility for each thought delivered into the planetary thought body.
You're consciously aware. This is one of the foundational reasons for the container practice. Go to SriAndKira.com, learn it, use it.
Calling in the cosmic thought reconnection to be constantly renewed, nourished, and refreshed. There are none you need to awaken. They are right where they need to be. There are none to convince. Perhaps they are asking you if you are clear.
There it is.
Be yourself in your heart without fear. Shift from the planetary thought energy that is fearful, fear-filled, and be fearless.
This is a direct appeal that says, let go of being a partner in pain with the all. Say goodbye to the victim consciousness and show others how to navigate through their pain rather than bond with them in their pain.
This creates space for something beautiful to emerge. You will find this to be the most beautiful birth that has ever been. You will experience yourself as a witness, participant, and active co-creator.
Yes.
Prepared and ready.
Prepared and ready. And what's important to remember is that with each breath, you are ever more prepared and ready. We are at a moment on the planet right now with every breath. Can you own? Can you bring into your heart? You know, I honestly don't remember how long ago we shared this with all of you, and I'm sharing with you the card right here, but this is the mantra of self-ascension, that when the concentric dimensionality, when all of this up-level energy happened, as we came closer to this final year of the ascension escalator, those 7 polarities of free will, all of them, every one of them playing out exactly as was forecasted as we put out 7 years ago, In the I am here, in the mastery presence, what you're really saying is you're ready to open your mind. You're ready to open it beyond the perceptions. And when we would bring it and really come in and say, I am ready means that you're ready to expand your vision. Expanding our vision is the moment the ego relaxes and knows that there is more. And then there is, I am open, because you have ignited your heart. Thereby, when you sincerely come forward with a guide me, it will only heal the world. You are that powerful. And this is the moment to know it, to be it, to honor it by not holding back from it.
Beloved ones, we are so delighted to share this wisdom, this energy, and this community with you. It is indeed a pleasure to live a conscious life.
Yes.
And we offer you a big hug of recognition, of acceptance, and we invite you to just keep going.
Yes.
You got this.
You have this. We love you. Tomorrow night, be there and be here next Monday. Sunday, special event, 1 p.m. Be there. YouTube. We love you.